Thank you very much, Winfrey. And it's time for the paper review. If you're picking up a paper this morning, well, let's do it together. We have with us Dr. Dayo Kayode, a social-political technocrat and aviation safety expert. You are welcome, Doctor.
It's my pleasure being with you this morning.
Good to have you here. I'm good. Thank you very much. Not everybody asks. Thank you. All right. So we're going to start this morning from the Guardian newspaper. There's a series of headlines here. Security, economy, restructuring, Southeast peace tops list of demand from Tinubu. That's on the Guardian. But the major one for the Guardian is high expectations as Dangote breaks NNPC's monopoly, shrinks EU supply to Africa. Now, this is all happening today as it's set off for today. We had this conversation last week with our guests, and I asked, well, after the show, if there is no worry about the monopoly itself that the Dangote Refinery brings to the entire setup. What do you think?
Yeah, you see, it's a pity that as big as Nigeria is, it's only one person that is controlling the economy. Even though I appreciate Dangote's business acumen, his business temerity and sagacity. But having said that, when you look at our refinery, a whole nation cannot manage or sustain 4 different refineries located all over the country. You're now giving it to a single person who is, on the line now, in capital letters, a businessman. Who is a businessman? It's not going to look at the social implication of whatever price is selling. All right. Now, my question is this. The refinery is located at a trade-free zone. In it?
Yes.
What are the characteristics of a trade-free zone? Again, is it going to be buying our crude oil in Naira and then be selling? Because that one is on a trade-free zone. And then be selling the finished product to us in dollars. It's just a question. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If, I mean, that being as it may, of what social implication
does it have on the
does it have on the nationals? Because mind you, the crude oil is our God-given
but
resources.
You know, Doctor, the Punch actually puts it even further, takes it further by saying Dangote Refinery opens today, eyes crude oil from 3 continents. So it wouldn't just be the Nigerian crude oil. He's also going to be importing crude oil from other continents as well. How does that shake up the things, up things now?
The question I will now even ask you is this, or I will put to you is this. Your father has a farm whereby yam is being planted. All right? And you are now using that yam to produce pounded yam. All right? And then one of your siblings is now saying, okay, I want to be producing pounded yam with those tubers of yam from your father's farm. And those tubers of yam from your father's farm cannot even be exhausted for his pounded yam production.
Yeah.
As now saying he wants to go and be buying
from the neighbor's farm.
From another farm. I mean, of what implication is that?
It doesn't make plenty of sense.
Does it make any socio-economic sense? It's a question that we all need to answer.
Well, we'll wait and see. We have to move on now to other papers. This morning, let's take the Nation newspaper here. Shettima Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration. Everybody's waiting to see after the inauguration why Southeast should support incoming government by Umahi. There are other iterations in other papers, but everybody's got their eyes on the inauguration that's set to happen in just about a week. And there's plenty about Tinubu's
inclusiveness,
his visits to other nations, and well, what prospects we might have as a nation with the new dispensation.
Yeah, you see, I as a person, I have come a long way in this country, and I have witnessed series of change of government with promises, especially this outgoing one. with huge promises. But at the end of the day, what have we been saying? Much as we are looking forward to a better government, I don't want to bask on any rhetorics until I see some of those things being put, into proper perspective, all right? Whereby Nigerians, you and I, are being made to enjoy dividends of democracy. It is now on that one will now be able to say, yes, you said it, and you are doing it.
I'm going to jump from that paper to another paper and jump back into the Nation newspaper. But first, the Daily Trust here says 6 top sectors awaiting Tinubu's magic wand. Experts advocate new security architecture think tank. And power grid crashes dog energy sector. That's one of the sectors people are actually looking forward to having plenty of reform and changes when it comes to power. Power affects everything from how you as an individual start your day to how industries or people who are in businesses. So that's one thing. And then aviation is another thing. Going back to the Nation newspaper now here, sack fever grips aviation workers after fan shakeup. Now let's look at power, let's look at aviation. With the new administration coming in, what expectations could we have as citizens?
Yeah, you see, our economy, as well as our various lives as individuals, are being affected by 2 major things in this country. 1, power. 2, energy. But it's a pity that this, our power, being controlled through our national, I will say it, our national grid. We wouldn't be having problem with our power, if not because our national grid, that is GREED, GRID, has not been working because of our national grid. That is GRID.
I get you now. GREED, yeah.
Yes. Our national grid are not working because of our national grid. So also, the aviation sector have been having problems because of still our national grid. Imagine, the aviation minister the other time was talking blah, blah, Nigerian air and all that. And he went as far as UK to go and launch a national carrier. You can imagine the our economic flights. That's number 1. Number 2, the airline you were even launching, where is the head office? What is the call sign? Who are the shareholders? These are issues that needs to be sorted out. Perfected.
So how come he came out to credit himself with 100% regarding his accomplishment?
But where is it now? Do we see it? Do we see any national carrier flying?
Yeah.
Even at that, while our stakeholders in the country are saying, okay, let us buy into it. What is happening between Nigeria and Ethiopia? Ethiopia was giving about 49%. Not until when our national stakeholders went to court to stop it. I think the case is still in court. So not until when we address the issue of our national grid, that is GRID, our national grid cannot work. And just like Baba said, Mahatma Gandhi, who I am a student, a follower, he said, our resources are just enough for our needs, not for our grid.
Wow. On that note, I think we've come to the end here for our review. Thank you very much, Doctor. Always a pleasure, man. That was very, very beautiful.
Being with you this morning.
And you too.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you too. And of course, if you're starting your day out with us, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure that this is a good start to everything that's this week holds for you. Do stay tuned. We've got more inside of Wake Up Nigeria coming your way.